Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. Week number 8, the final regular season home game of the 2024 regular season for the Hazleton area Cougars as they play host to the Patriots of Pittston area. You are looking live at Harmon Guy Stadium, home of the Hazleton area Cougars, for this WYLN Sports Special presentation of continuing coverage of high school football. I'm Marty Burns, joined once again by the coach himself, Joe the world-famous Mike Sosar on the sidelines, Jim Burns on the stats. We are going to be a few minutes as a pregame ceremony honoring the Hazleton area high school football and band seniors. The Hazleton area band just finished their pregame performance, and now we are just waiting of the Hazleton alma mater, followed by our national anthem. That has been the Hazleton area high school marching band with the Hazleton area alma mater and our national anthem. Now just waiting for both teams to come onto the field here at Harmon Guy Stadium. Joe, before we actually get into the game, had a brief discussion pregame with head coach Dennis Bookman of the Hazleton area Cougars. Something just as the Patriots take the field, there's just something that doesn't seem right to say it's Friday, October 11th, and already it's senior night.
I think you're right, Marty. But again, once the state of Pennsylvania went to a state championship format, everything was moved up a couple of weeks. And now we're seeing the end of the football season, end of October, first week in November, playoffs in. So it does seem strange, but Obviously, people that have won state championships, they're all for it, as the Cougars came on.
Cougars take the field on senior night. They were winners of 4 in a row before a very tough road game last week. We were very impressed with the Crestwood Comets as they ended that 4-game winning streak for the Cougars. So now they're in the point of 3 games left, positioning for playoffs. I believe Jim Burns said earlier this week they were ranked 3rd, but 6A is very tight in the groupings between Scranton, Williamsport, the Cougars, and Wilkes-Barre area. So every game counts as far as wins and getting yourself power points and so on and so forth. And I know Coach Bookman hopes for one more home game at least here.
I think one of the things now, Marty, is you come off a loss like last week to Crestwood, and Crestwood played very well, dominated both sides of the ball. Now you come into this game, you're thinking, how are we going to react? Coach Buckman always does a great job bringing the Cougars back. Let's see how they can react here. One of the things Pittston area quarterback-wise is down to the number 2. First quarterback is out. I thought Austin Miller might be out, but he is dressed tonight. Don't know what that means for playing time, but Austin is dressed.
And as we saw from referee Jim Gordon, before he almost took the head off of Mike Sosar, Pittston area won the toss, deferred. Cougars to get. Joining Jim Gordon is the umpire Stan Zaneski. Edward Caffrey is the linesman, the line judge Robert Huffer. James Geiger, the field judge, and tonight's side judge is Robert Jones. Very quickly, as we mentioned, the Cougars will get the ball to start. Going from on your screen. We thank you for joining us tonight for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week.
A little bit high in Barnick with good coverage, so we're looking at a 3rd and 10 for the Cougars. 3rd and 10 for the Cougars.
Corrado swings it out to Karlik. Some open room, and he is brought it out to Karlik. Some open room, and he is brought down from behind. And depending on the spot, it looks like it's going to be for the first. And depending on the spot, it looks like it's going to be for the first time tonight. A grand central first down.
Flare pass to Karlik.
Central first down.
Flare pass to Karlik, and if you're not on him quickly, give him some space, which they did right there. Karlik's able to pick up the first down.
C.J. Peterzak on the tackle. And we welcome C.J. Peterzak on the tackle. And we welcome back the S.J. Kowalski replay. And in the defensive backfield. Still plenty of time on the play clock, so not a delay of time. Did somebody sneak off for Pittston area making an illegal substitution?
Waved it off, whatever. I'm thinking that maybe if official thought there were too many men on the field.
I definitely think there are many people on the field. On the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard, opening possession of tonight's game. Corrado looking for the screen. Threw it low so it would go incomplete. All over Carlick for Pittston area was less.
I'll tell you what, Marty, Corrado for a sophomore, that was pretty heavy. Getting that, he saw that the screen back, he threw it, thought he threw it in the ground, but it was incomplete. So Freddie Corrado did a nice job.
Up on the top of your screen in single coverages, Yo-Yo Moran. That's where Corrado goes. He's got a first down and more. Moran down the sideline. And he's got...
Corrado caught him right in his route. The defensive back. You're going to see it on the S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see him. Play the receiver. You never play the ball, especially in that kind of circumstance.
And what a great example of what we've talked about all season, the yards after catch for Moran as he goes for the touchdown from 49 yards out. Mariano on for the point after.
Got to squeeze that route.
Whistles stop the kick. No kick.
Marty, by that I mean you have to play him a little tighter. You can't allow him free reign out there because he's going to hurt you with the reception, the run, which is exactly what happened.
And we talked about it, I believe, a couple weeks ago, and we said if you're going to play coverage like that, even if you tap him at the point of reception, he's still getting 7-8 yards.
Exactly.
Coach, I'm catching on to this game. It's only taken me 20-plus years.
Another flag waved off.
Well, maybe the wind out of his pocket.
I think that was the case.
Mariano on for the after. Low kick may have even possibly been blocked. No good. So minute 40 into the opening quarter, the Cougars lead it. 6-0.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leading in sports medicine. Our specialists most advanced technology, faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home business, from new construction to replacement, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at FNLDoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or even.
On senior night, Cougars take the opening possession and get on the board, 6-0.
Marty, Hazleton area. Moran, a 49-yard pass from Corrado. Kick was blocked. 5 plays, 59 yards. Minute 40 off the clock. Corrado for 4, throwing the ball for 59 yards.
Mariano to kick it away. It's a low squibbing kick taken by one of the up men for Pittston area, and making the play on special teams is Sam Miller as he makes the tackle. Matt Walter.
Good job by special teams. Miller leading the way. The Patriots will start their offense at about 32-yard line.
And Joe, I know you've been a big fan, especially the kick coverage team of Hazleton area. Another example there where they are able to tackle in the open field very well is Peter Zach. gets a gain of about 5 on first down.
Petersack has been their main ball carrier, and yes, Marty, and on special teams. And I don't even want to talk about the Giants and the Seahawks and that blocked field goal, which Jim Burns and I were discussing a little earlier before we came on the air. So special teams, very important.
Paulie Ferrantino, quarterback, as he hands off again to Petersack, and again he found a nice hole out for a gain of 6, and that's good for a Grand Central. First down.
Nice job by the Patriots area offensive line picking up the first down.
Cougars show a blitz. Petersack hitting the backfield, lost maybe a yard on the play. Coming up to make the tackle, Manny Salcido.
Salcido, great job right there. Ferrantino is the quarterback.
And Salcido, one of those seniors, and it's got to be something special for these young men. You don't know what the future is going to bring if you're going to get that one more game here at Harmon Geist. So they're going to pretty much put it all out there as the Patriots, Petersack again, another carry. This one, gain of 2.
Sets up a 3rd and 8, Marty, which is Pittston area looks like they are primarily a run team. As I mentioned earlier, Tino at quarterback is a junior.
So see what they do here on 3rd and 8. Ferrantino rolls left. Looks, pumps once. Now he's going to tuck it and run. And Ferrantino steps out of bounds. And I believe, depending on the spot, yes, he's got a Grand Central. First down.
I don't know how many times I've said in my years of announcing and coaching that if you don't gain a quarterback who has a bit of speed, you can be in trouble. Now, somebody has to react. If he gets outside containment, it's either a linebacker or a defensive back. Nothing there, and Ferrantino picks up first.
Fumble on the snap, but Petersack was able to pick it up. No gain on the play, but it could have been more disastrous for the Patriots.
Yeah, ball came out as soon as the handoff took place. So we're looking at 2nd and 10.
Joe, I would have to think it's imposed when the offensive line doesn't get in the huddle and they're just standing there. They look like they're ready to feed.
Well, I think one of the things is, Marty, just run a lot more plays. They had the huddle, then come back.
And it's Petersack breaking 1 tackle. He's down near the 40, and it's going to be 3rd and manageable for the Patriots.
Off the left side, S.J. Kowalski replay. You got a basically an ISO, Marty.
Cougars take a timeout on defense. They lead 6-0.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nest, Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low price.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Pittston Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
broke for the commercial. Alan Hart was leading that isolation type play. Peter Zach, as you mentioned, makes the third down manageable.
This time, Ferentino follows runners through the hole. He's picked up another Patriot Grand Central first down.
Ferentino followed Hart and Peter Zach up inside, picks the first down.
This Patriot possession has been all around as they've taken it to the Cougar 36. And as I said, Ferentino to throw on first down. He's got a man! And it is caught. Lucas Lepresto all the way down to the Cougar 2 and a Grand Central first down.
I'll tell you what, Marty, that's what happens when you run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. There was no play action fake there. Ferentino just threw it up. Lepresto with the catch. Now, first and goal.
So that puts the Patriots at the Cougar 2 and in the FNL Doors red zone. As Coach mentioned, first and goal. Impressive drive to answer. Peter Zach into the end zone. Touchdown Patriots. They tie the game and they can get the lead with the point after.
Very impressive answer by the Patriots. Peter Zach, Ferentino with the run on the corner. Finally the pass, and now the score, so we're not.
Ever think with the Patriots you'd hear the Michigan fight song?
No. Michigan.
And they're going to try to. Ferentino's pass to the end zone is caught. Good for 2.
I'll tell you what, there's another example. Ferentino on the corner. Great throw. You see on the Kowalski, and once he gets outside there, he makes a nice throw. Ball was caught off the ground.
Mike Sosa, first-hand look. 6:24 left in the opening quarter. Patriots lead it, 8-6.
Third base luncheonette. All these.
Contact Pete Kasalika for a home and auto quote today.
Great answer by. They take the lead 8 as Ferentino found Lepresto for the big pass down the sideline to set up the score, and then the play for 2.
Ferentino impressed me with some nice throws. Presto, obviously. Pietzak, 2-yard run. Lepresto made the catch, and we had another short kick on the kickoff.
Tried to hit one of the first line of Cougars.
Didn't work. Hazleton's, the Cougars have.
Looked like it might have been Andrew Salcido that kickoff.
Marty, that was a 10-play, 69-yard answer by Boston, 356. Lepresto, the 4-yard pass. So good mix of throwing it and running it.
Shovel pass, Van Gilst, and the Patriots come up, drop him for a loss. That was Jerry Groom.
Jerry Groom, excellent, talking about coming up. And we have a 3 on the play, but Groom comes up for quick support, makes a nice job bringing the ball carrier down.
Loss of 3 will make it 2nd and 13 for the Cougars.
Coach,
I think we saw it in the S.J. Kowalski replay. I think he was questioning Radzowicz that came in late on the hit, and he was wondering if it was possibly a hit to the head. I believe that's the way he was motioning.
Yeah, and when I looked at it from up here, Mark, it's like, but you never. I think that's what Coach Buckman is talking about.
In the lower portion, our very own Mike Sosar don't see a table set up for him to be signing Aussies from his weeks ago, which Coach Bookman made the standard speaker.
He may end up with his own. I think Jim Gordon. I don't know if he called a sideline warning or if he.
And it's Riley Van Gilst who's heading to the sideline. And I almost wonder, as Coach Bookman was out there with the medical staff, if Jim felt that Coach Bookman had said enough, and it is against head coach Dennis Bookman. And we have cameras on the Hazleton area side. I get a feeling that the fans didn't agree.
That doesn't surprise me.
Ball 28 of Hazleton and 28.
Doesn't make it. Well, more down and then more blank page, but try to pick up what you can on this play. Don't.
Andy Reid had quite the play for 3rd and 22.
Yes, he did.
This is Karlik straight up the middle. And Karlik will get out near the 30, a gain of 6, making it that 3rd and 22. The only problem is I don't think Travis Kelsey's going to be walking through that door anytime soon.
I don't think so either. And he throws the ball better than a lot of people.
And they were almost indicating during the broadcast that it seems like Mahomes and Kelsey come up with these crazy. And Andy goes, okay, let's try it. Again to the top, one-on-one is Moran with his defender. Corrado checks with the sideline. He's looking right. He's going to go deep to Moran and overshot him. Tried to throw it up there, athlete to go get it, and just overshot him. Incomplete, and they'll bring up 4th down.
Moran ran the route, slowed down, wanted that defensive back to bite on it. Didn't really happen. Corrado got it up there, but no dice. So down the Cougars, looking to run it away.
Corrado with the kick. Taken by Lepresto. And Lepresto got met in the open field by Vasquez, and then a host of red jerseys helped bring him down, but not before he gets out to the 47. Good field position for Pittston area.
Let's see what the Patriots do offensively as they move the football. First time with their first possession as they come out with a familiar set, that eye offset, really.
Peter back. Ball's loose!
You know, Peter Zach has run the ball 11, 12 times already, maybe a little bit. S.J. Kowalski, good block there. And 8 blocks.
It almost looked like he might have hit right into one of his blockers, and that popped the ball loose. But it looked like
Nico Cielo did a great job blocking down the field.
But it looked like it bounced right back to Peter Zach, and he was able to recover. Ends up being a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Now they changed that formation to a split type.
Play action. That's going to be out. And we'll have to apologize. We don't have a 43 on our roster, but the Cougars hold them to a short gain of almost a yard.
Karlik did a great job on that pass, making a sure tackle, forcing that 3rd and 5. Offset right side.
And that's where Ferrantino rolls. Looking, going deep downfield for LaPresto. And he got both feet in bounds, I believe. It's good for first down at the 19 of Grand Central, first down.
That was all LaPresto.
We're down to the 19-yard line of the Cougars.
Ferrantino got the ball up. LaPresto did the rest. There was pretty good coverage on that also, but LaPresto went up for the ball.
That puts the Patriots in the FNL Doors red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Peter Zach back there for the direct snap, and he got tripped up. Flag is down as well. For the call from Jim Gordon.
Hunter Johnson was in on the tackle for the Cougars.
Got a holding call. Backside. Ferrantino went down. It looked like he tripped over someone, but the holding call is going to bring them back. We're going to look at that first down again.
Holding on the Patriots and move the ball back 10 yards.
No, went too far. So make it 1st and 20 from the Cougar 29.
Again, the I formation look offset to the left of Ferrantino.
And it's Peter Zach.
Peter Zach again with the carry.
Gain of 5, 6.
They have 3 downs to pick the 12 or 13 yards up.
Don Carlos Peralta was in on the tackle for the Cougars on that play. We're up 2nd and about 14.
Ferrantino to keep. Vasquez from the line will bring him down for a loss.
Vasquez, great job from the side, makes that about a 3 loss. So we're looking at a 3rd and 16. That's Jay Kowalski. Now, Vasquez came from the other side and he was able to get there because Ferrantino took a jab step and tried to bounce it outside. It took him a little while. Barnick and LaPresto are split.
Barnick at the bottom of your screen, 1-on-1, but Ferrantino looks again for LaPresto, and he's got him as the end touchdown, Patriots!
Very impressed with LaPresto making that catch. You could almost anticipate that. In fact, you should have anticipated as a defense. Long, he made play on that side. Comes back, Ferrantino again gets the ball up there. Presto makes the reception.
A lot of moving parts here for this point after from Pittston area. Guys running in and out. Looks like it's Peter Zach again to get the direct snap.
Comes back on a counter look. And I don't think he got that one in.
He did not. S.J. Kowalski replay.
Again, throw it up.
So with a minute remaining in the opening quarter, it's 14-6 Patriots.
Penn State is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem, Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Getting to the finish. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results. So elite and day athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
This is the Lehigh Valley Health Network Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. And it has featured the combination of Ferentino to Presto. Big in giving the Patriots 14-6 lead. Again, a squibbing kick picked up at about the 32.
The Cougars have started their off series with great field position. Been hampered by penalties. Marty LaPresto, 26-yard pass from Ferentino. Run failed, 6 plays, 53 yards, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Ferentino 3 for 3 for 51 yards. LaPresto 2 for 55 yards.
That was Xavier Heck that took the kickoff up to the 40. Corrado rolls left. Now he's looking to run. And he is going to be brought down maybe for no gain. Could be a loss of maybe half a yard. That was Peter Zach that came up on the tackle.
You know what? Great run support by Peter Zach. And Corrado went to the corner, took a little bit deep, coming outside into the short side of the field. And Peter Zach was able to get there, make the tackle.
Karlik. Peter Zach there again. Karlik falls forward, but it's only a gain of 2 on the nice play by Peter Zach.
Both sides of the ball. Peter Zach doing a great job for the Patriots right now.
As you can see on the Penn State Hazleton first quarter scoreboard, 1 minute remaining. 4 possessions, 3 scores. Pittston area leads 14-6.
Talking about them going to another quarterback, Ferentino, because their back is injured, as we have
timeout Patriots leading 14-6. Believe we're keeping it here. 13 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. And I think, you know, you're getting obviously the combination of Ferentino to LaPresto, but I thought after Hazleton area hit the big go up 6-0, that was a great answer by the Patriots.
Great. We said that they did a great job coming back. One of the things that I'm looking at, they have 2 wide receivers, Barnett and LaPresto. They beat the Patriots. Now you're one-on-one outside. If you're playing cover 2, not going to have any help back there. If you're in a 3 deep, safety needs to get over and help out, and that has not happened. So
both teams left with 2 timeouts here in the opening half. Patriots up 13.7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. 3rd and 9 for the Cougars. Corrado looks right, and incomplete pass to Gonzalez as he had 2 white defenders around him. Not sure that he was going to find much there even if he caught it.
So we're looking at a 4th and 9 with we're just about the end of the first quarter, with the Patriots up by 8.
So as we mentioned, after that opening score, the Patriot defense, in the most recent of defensive downs, have forced 2 3-and-outs. Lepresto late calls for the fair catch at the 35. Flag is thrown, so we'll see what the is. Thought there was a flag thrown, but maybe I'm incorrect. Might have just been the ball marker that was thrown, so I apologize. You use too much of those ugly Phillies and your eyes go to they're gone.
No comment.
They make see what was thrown. Peterzak on the final play of the opening quarter being strung out, and he is going to be forced down after a gain of about 4. That'll be the end of the first score. Pittston area 14, Hazleton area 6. This is the Lehigh Valley Health Network Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week on WLN.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rayner. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stand for every job, taking pride 900 door, or visit FNL Doors online, fnldoors.com, or visit their showroom in Hazel Township or Skokomish.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations.
Route 93 in Escapec.
Downtown Hazleton.
Why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand.
We went back to Armand Stadium tonight, not getting off to a great start for the Cougars, trailing 14-6. Start of the second.
Marty, first quarter, Hazleton 7 yards, 56 passing. Large part Moran with the touchdown. 63 total yards for the Cougars. Patriots 42 yards rushing, 90 passing, 152 total. They are up by 8, 14-6.
So the Patriots in the white going from right to left on your screen start the quarter, 2nd and 6. Ferentino running it, cutting it back. Actually, that's Lepresto. I apologize. And Lepresto gets into Cougar territory with a Grand Central first down.
Lepresto on the S.J. Kowalski replay. Sorry, I thought I saw a replay coming up. Lepresto doing a great job. Somebody was up the field quickly for the Cougars to tackle. Lepresto turned it up the field, picked up good yardage, and the first down.
Peterzak has a first down and more inside the 35 to the 33. Another Grand Central first down.
Peterzak, who I said at the beginning at the top of the show, the game, as we have a Patriot player down.
Ladies and gentlemen, a
He's
reminder
been their main ball carrier.
that game brought to you by Lehigh Valley Copper Cancer Institute. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton reminds you to schedule your yearly mammogram beginning at 8. Stop by the Lehigh Valley Health Network tent for prizes, giveaways, and information on breast cancer and a patient assistance fund.
Coach Buckman talking to the Cougar defensive line. I think one of the things you need to mention is Peter Zach seems to be the type of back where if you don't wrap up, he's up the field for good.
Joe Peterzak right now has 10 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. The injured Patriot running off is Gunnar Zaladonis.
Yeah, Zaladonis out under his own power, so needs to sit out at least a play as the Patriots put LaPrest on Barnick. Wide, almost a stack to the left side.
They'll give it to Peterzak. Breaks a couple of tackles and great balance to stay on his feet down to the 26-yard line. Gets a gain of 6 on first down.
Tell you what, Marty, if you watch this right here, he runs out of that. He gains 6 yards after being hit, after running out of a tackle. Impressive young man. Again, that stack left. Single receiver right side. And we have that's a mistake by one of the Cougars crossing the neutral zone.
That should be enough for a first down via penalty. And that is the case, a Grand Central first down for the Patriots. A new set of downs down to the Cougar 22.
Blackshear goes to the right side. Stack to the left side.
Now it's Ferrantino. Ferrantino got stood up after a gain of 2.
Ferrantino trying to find where he needs to go behind that line of scrimmage. Doesn't really get a movement up the field. He picked up, as you mentioned, Marty, maybe 2.
And these Cougars need a spark. As you see, even the cheerleaders aren't very happy with the way things have gone in this game. As it's 2nd and 8 at the 20, it's the Patriots in the FNL Doors red zone.
Split battle we're looking at, and we have a whistle. They're going to move it back 5. We had an offside by one of the wide receivers to the bottom of your screen.
So we'll be 2nd down 13. For Hazleton area, before that offsides, there seemed to be some confusion defensively. They've got a lot of players in motion from to bottom, coming to give help on LaPresto. Ferrantino will go the other way, and one is caught down to about the 2. Barnick on the catch. A Grand Central first down.
You know what, Marty? S.J. Kowalski replay. No rush. Throws it up.
And I apologize. Instead of 8, it was 9. Malcolm Blackshear.
Blackshear just fought for the ball. Defensive back was behind him. Blackshear with the catch.
So it's 1st and goal at the 2. Zach in the backfield. Hunter Johnson drops him for a loss.
That's stop him before he gets started. You see Hunter Johnson right there. Wraps his arms and brings him down for the loss. And goal from the 6-yard line.
And the dangerous thing when a quarterback turns back, Johnson got so much penetration and he almost got to Peter Zach before the handoff.
That's one of the things that'll stop a back like that. As he goes to the left side, brought down, he being...
Gets the loss of yardage back, so it's 3rd and goal at the 2.
Back must have 18... 12 carries so far. I thought it was a little more than that because he has been so involved in that offense.
Peter Zach got stood up at the goal line, held short of the touchdown. 4th and goal from the 1.
That play they've run 2 or 3 times before yardage. That time the Hazleton defense did a nice job stacking it up.
And I think it was almost the play they tried running on 1st down, and it was the penetration of Johnson and the big play.
They pull a backside, and they have Jalen Hurt leading the play on that fullback spot.
They got to hurry. Play clock down to 5. Believe a bad snap, and the Cougars come up on the end.
Call timeout. That play was ill-fated to start. They didn't really have an idea. The ball is on the ground, so the Cougars did a great job holding the Patriot off. Now they need to get a little offense of their own.
Now the bad news is, if you're looking to potentially tie it with half a quarter remaining in the half, you only have to go 98 and a half.
I'll tell you what. Get the ball up the field. Don't take a loss. Obviously can't take too much of a loss. You end up with a safety. But don't try to get real fancy as awaits the snap.
Looks for Moran. Got him. Is out across the 10 to about the 12. And they're already moving the chains. It's a Grand Central 1st down.
The other thing is off of that, which he's thrown to Moran a couple times. Defensive back LaPresto closed a little better there, but right off of that you could run.
And didn't it almost look like Moran used his basketball background, posted up and waited for the ball?
Exactly. My back is to you, you the ball. Made a nice throw.
They're going to hand it, and not been there tonight for Hazleton area thus far. That middle of the Pittston area line has been waiting for number 4 in red.
Yeah, they really did a nice job up there. 75. The yellow. Smith. Win. They all were right there. Carlick going nowhere. 2nd and 10.
Moran has now gone to the top of your screen and one-on-one coverage. 3 receivers to the bottom. Corrado looking. Throwing for Moran. Got him! Moran brought down their midfield for a Grand Central first down and a gain of 38.
Blackshear on the coverage did a nice job making that tackle. Corrado, for a sophomore, he throws the ball very well, got it down the field. Now that Pittston safety came over to help a little late. That was Brody.
And the officials mark it at the 49 of Hazleton area, 1st and 10. Now you start thinking 2 timeouts as you see the clock running on the Penn State Hazleton board, approaching 4:10 remaining.
Plenty of time, Marty. With your timeouts, you use the sideline.
To Carlick. Trying to get him in the open field, but what a nice open field tackle, Colton Liss.
Great job in the open field. As you said, Carlick, just like a receiver on the S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see it. Carlick feels that it was low, but then, as you mentioned, Colton Liss with a nice tackle.
He's played very well offensively at the tight end position. Great play there, and he's only a sophomore. It's Gonzalez on the direct snap. Trying to find some room. He's still found a hole, and he gets about 9 on 2nd down.
Not real good tackling. S.J. Kowalski, Gonzalez, direct snap. There's one missed tackle. There's another. It takes 3-4 Patriot defenders to bring Gonzalez down. He's just short of that first down.
3rd clock, under 3 minutes remaining on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. And a little bit of an early jump, I believe, on the Hazleton offensive line.
A lot of coaches advocate, Marty, when it's short yardage, go on first count. Get to the line of scrimmage because everybody wants, they're geared up. If you try to maybe go on 2nd or 3rd count, let's see what happens. We got 2 downs to get the first.
3rd and 6 from the 47. Cougars down 8. Complete to Gonzalez. LaPresta throws him back, but I think forward progress is going to be enough for the Grand Central first down.
What though, LaPresta, good job on coverage, but right, Gonzalez had enough wherewithal to get to the marker as LaPresta makes that tackle.
And so often you hear coaches, don't be short of the sticks just for a situation like that with LaPresta defensive.
Sticks are, that's right. We have 2 minutes, under 2.
Sorry, Joe, 2 timeouts remaining for the Cougars. Ball at the 41. They're going to hand it to Carlick. Carlick found some running room. Carlick still on his feet inside the 30 for another Grand Central. Cougar first down.
Carlick showing some of that as you get a good movement there. Great block inside.
Clock running, Joe, under a minute and a half. Ball at the Patriot 28. Corrado across the middle, complete. Brought down at about the 20.
Can be a little short of the first down, but I like the call, Marty. All of a sudden you're underneath. So now you have them thinking, you can get it to the field, you throw it a little short.
Pass to Gonzalez with the Cougars in the FNL Doors red zone at the 20. Bookman takes his second timeout. We'll keep it here. That leaves the Cougars with one timeout. 50.5 seconds remaining with a 2nd and 2 from the Patriot 20. So the Cougars with one timeout remaining, 2nd and 2 from the 20, trailing 14-6. And they're going to put time on the clock. I believe Jim Gordon said 54 seconds here in the half. Check the scoreboard and see when they readjust. 54 minutes, Coach Bookman will take that. Corrado, Joe, so far tonight, 8 of 12 passing, 117 yards and a touchdown. 54 seconds is the time that Jim Gordon had. Cougars have it 2nd and 2 at the Patriot 20. One timeout remaining. An eye on number 6 as he goes to the top of your screen with 2 other receivers. Down at the bottom, one-on-one coverage is Mariano.
Trips left, single receiver right. Corrado with the snap.
He's being pressured. He's going to tuck it and run. It's going to depend on the spot. And Coach Bookman will take the last time out. He appears short. Hazleton area is out of timeouts as Coach Bookman took the final timeout. And Corrado was short. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
The 1st and 10 Cougars, 19-yard line.
Corrado up the. One of the things as he gains experience, get to the sideline so you don't have to use that timeout. Cougars have 3rd down, short yardage, 46.6 on the clock. There you see the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard.
Now the scoreboard says 1 and 1 with timeouts. I believe Coach Bookman's used the last 2 timeouts. I believe they're out of timeouts. Pittston area should have 2.
I think Pittston area first one. You thought
I apologize. 10th play of the drive. It's covered 79 yards, 5:13 off the clock. Quickly across the middle and almost intercepted. Getting a hand on it was Jerry Groom.
Corrado needs to let that route clear the backers and get into the secondary throw. Incomplete. 4th down. What you'd want to think about here, Marty, is pick up the 1st down, then go from there. They still have a timeout left.
Brings Corrado under center on 1. Gonzalez in motion. Karlik gets down to the 16.
Now the clock will stop.
And Hazleton is rushing to the line.
Be set to go. They called 2 plays in the huddle. As the clock's running.
Down to half a minute. Corrado looks left. Complete to Mariano. He's tackled inbounds. Shy of the 1st. Cougars have to rush to the line. And I apologize. You were right, Joe. The scoreboard was right. Now the final timeout taken by the Cougars. But a lot of precious time went off the clock.
At least 8 to 10 seconds, Marty. And in that situation, with 13.9 left in the first half.
And I know what you're saying about get the 1st down, but I think with the time, they got to be in end zone, even with it being 2nd and 1.
Right now, yeah. But prior to, I think you say, this is the 1st down play. This is what we're calling once we make the 1st down, which they did. Because if you have make the first down. They start the clock. Now they lost some there also.
So it's 7, ball marked at the Patriots 7. The bigger number is 13.9 seconds remaining in the half on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Moran at the top. Corrado looks there, throws it up for him and overshot him, complete. Clock stops at 9.7.
This is third down. They're going to have 2 more shots at the end zone.
I mean, earlier on in this drive, I believe it was the very first play, I'd almost, if you're a Hazleton area fan, want to see Moran at the ball, let him do almost the slant and sit down and almost post up.
I'll tell you what I'd do, Marty. I'd sprint to bide some time. Receivers, give them routes. You need some time.
Corrado again. Moran tipped up in the air. Intercepted. I believe that was Groom. Late flag at the sideline. 0.6 remaining half. They did look for Moran. The defender got his hand in there and popped it up in the air. I believe it was Groom with the interception.
I'll tell you what, Marty. Moran, that's the slant route you talked about. There's 2 things. Short side of the field, plus tracked more than one defender when you throw it that quick. The safety was over quick. I think a linebacker was there. If you go to the field and here you see it. One great by Black.
Yep.
And then the safety was right there to make that catch.
Great look on the A.J. Kowalski replay.
Hit by the Cougars on the play. Ball out to the 26-yard line. First and 10.
We look at the half, Marty. 6 an area.
Mike Sosar looking to get his standard speaker friend, Hazleton area head coach Dennis Book. He's got him. Let's send it down to Mike.
Turning in that half, and I'm sure for all of us, had to be that 4th and 1, with just a little over 6 minutes. That 4th and goal stopped by your defense. Fell a little short here at the end, but again, as I mentioned, one score.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job by our defense. Bending, but never giving in, never giving up, making a crucial stop down there. We drive the ball all the way downfield with a little over 2 minutes left. Our guys there, some opportunities. In the tight red, we'll get some things cleaned up. We'll be ready for the second half.
Yeah, with the cleanup, Coach, what do you tell your team in the second half?
Ready here to metaphorically fight. We're at home. It's senior night right now. We have a tough physical team in Pittston. We have to be able to not only match their physicality, but be able to extend drives here with our physicality and limits in their first ground. They're content right now keeping our offense off the field, taking some time off the clock here, and continuously getting that 4 and 5 yards as they got consistently in the first half.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Marty, I have your 8x10 in the truck. I'll see you at halftime back upstairs.
We better make sure that it's addressed strictly only to me. That's what I'll be looking for on that 8x10. We did get some of the coaches that are up on the roof from Pittston area. We want to make sure we mention Jacob Bolchun, wearing number 43. He's the back. He was wearing 64 on the original roster. They've given him 43 to be a fullback, so we wanted to make sure to mention that. I didn't want Jacob to go without getting mentioned that he also had some nice plays, opening up holes for Peter back in that running game, wearing 3 at fullback. The Pittston Area High School Marching Band is getting set for their halftime performance, but before we hear from them, let's take a look. You're watching the Lehigh the Health Network Orthopedic Institute Game Week on WYLN.
Contact Pete Kasalika for a home and auto quote today.
SJ Kowalski, your Mitsubishi Diamond Contract. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric Mr. Slim Dallas heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
14. Well, do it again the second half. That's 28. We welcome back to Harmon Guy Stadium. It's senior night. But unfortunately, if you're a Hazleton area fan, your Cougars trail 14-6 at the half. Staying that way, on a goal line stand from your defense, then turning it over from the Patriots 7 as the pass to Moran was tipped by Black, by Groom, and the Patriots ran out the half. Leading it here at 14-6. Down on the field is the Pittston Area High School Marching Band. in the Pittston Area High School Marching Band with their halftime performance. Coming up, we get a look at halftime compiled by Jim Burns. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Orthopedic Institute Game Week. We'll be back right after this.
To the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship. Contributing more than $30 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000.
Third base lunch, still making memories after all these years.
Contact Pete Kasalica for a home and auto quote today.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy half. The visiting Patriots of Pittston area lead it 14-6. Hazleton area. We are moments away from getting a look at halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns.
Marty, interesting. Moran had the first touchdown, and then it's been all Pittston pretty much. We're looking at first downs. The Patriots with 8, and they have 76 yards rushing, 113 passing, 189 total. LaPresto doing a great job. Peter Zach running the penalty 15 yards. Cougars, 7 first downs, 33 yards rushing, which is a little low for them. They usually rush the ball well. Corrado and Moran hooking up a couple of times, 126 passing, 159 total yards, 1 turnover right at the end of the first half. 3 penalties, 25 yards. So the Patriots, who will receive the kickoff to start the second half, up by 8.
And 91 yards came on that final drive for Hazleton area, the 159. Thank you to Jim Burns. Halftime stats. Patriots coming out to stretch. To stretch out some highlights, I believe. And here on the opening possession, a minute 40 in, talked about the yards after catch as Moran went 49 yards. Point after was good. It was 6-0 Cougar. And this is the 2-point conversion after the Peter Zach touchdown. Ferrantino found LaPresto. 8-6 Patriots.
Good throw.
And here again, Ferrantino to LaPresto. Gets both feet in bounds again. Touchdown. 2-point play, no good. 14-6 Patriots. Second quarter action. This is Blackshear all the way down to the 2.
That was the case of Blackshear, as you talked about basketball-wise.
Didn't get to see a great play on first down by Hunter Johnson. Cougars hold on down. It's part of a long drive in the opening half. Corrado to Moran all the way out near midfield. Gonzalez looked like he didn't have a lot of running room. Just picked his way through the hole. Left the Cougars with second and short. Here, right before the half, looking for Moran. A great play, hands in there by Blackshear. Interception. Groom, it's 14-6 Patriots. Third quarter action next.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand. Sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy, Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Into one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton.
See why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleep better with Grand Central.
FNL Doors, your trusted door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls, FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or Schuylkill Haven. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and clay fields are designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
We welcome you back to the stadium, getting ready for the start of the third quarter. 14-6 Patriots. Some individual stats. Peter Zach, 14 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Ferentino passing is 5 of 5, 113 yards and a touchdown. The bulk of that to Lepresto. 3 catches, 89 yards and a touchdown. Maybe the most impressive catch, Joe, was on that near sideline where he kept both feet in bounds and the Patriots inside the Cougar 20. Karlik running, 6 carries, 24 yards. 9 of 16 passing, 120 yards, an interception, and a touchdown. He's completed passes to 5 different receivers. The main one, Moran, yards. Patriots have more play, and that was the kneel down at the end of the half, 26-25. They have the time of possession advantage, 12:09 to 11:51. Third downs, Joe. Cougars have to get off the field defensively. Patriots 4 of 5 on third down. Cougars only 2 of 6. On fourth down was the stop on the goal line. 0 for 1 is the Patriots. 1 for 1 on fourth down. But as you mentioned, I'm sorry to interrupt, Joe, big drive to start this half. We heard Coach Bookman tell Mike Sosar they want to establish something defensively, especially up front. It's going to start with this possession to start the second half.
And that goes right back to the third down statistic you had. Pittston area 4 for 5 on the field. Third down, converting it to the first down. A stop here early. Let the offense take over for the Cougars and see where you could take it. But can't afford to get your defense on the field and keep them there 4 or 5 or 6 minutes.
And should mention, Hazleton area missing on that defensive line is Sander. We see him on the sidelines in street clothes and crutches. He's made some nice plays throughout the season for Hazleton area.
It's interesting you had mentioned that last week when Miller Austin was banged up late in the season, 6th, 7th, 8th game. That's where you start running into getting people behind your starters ready because of the injury factor.
Another squibbing kick. This is Groom. He's across the 40. He's across the 45. Great starting field position for the Patriots to start this second half. One of those in on the tackle, Joe. I'm sorry, Marcus West, the sophomore for Hazleton.
I was going to say Corrado has stepped in pretty well for Wilson. He's thrown the ball well. That Wilson had was I can get to the corner pretty quickly. That causes you all kind of problems on defense as the Patriots start their offensive series at the 46-yard line.
Peter Zach gets the first carry of the second half, picks up 2 to the 48.
We were talking about number of carries. Had 14 in the first half. It's his 15th carry of the game. The defense did a nice job of limiting that first down to 2 yards.
Peter Zach, another carry into Cougar territory. Knocked down at about 48. It's going to leave the Patriots 3rd and 4.
A lot of very dense inside. A lot of people. Peter Zach was able to pick up maybe 4, as you mentioned, Marty. So where your defense needs to come up with a play here and make a stop.
To the outside, bobbled and falls incomplete. He was looking for Blackshear.
I think Blackshear wanted to be up the field quickly. The ball was thrown up, rifled it to the outside, but 4th down, so the defense succeeds making the stop. As here you see the throw. Blackshear came back like you're supposed to, just couldn't hold. Now we're going to have a movement penalty on the Patriots.
And Joe, if anybody asks what I dislike the most about covering high school sports is when you see, especially on senior night, a young man not being able to complete the game due to injury, and that's Riley Van Gilst. He's currently sideline in street clothes. I'm taking that big thing. We're not going to see him the rest of the way. Low snap. Cougars come with pressure. Yo-Yo Moran steps up, lost the football. Still loose. And it looks like the Patriots have fallen on it.
I don't know. Moran looked like he was in pretty good position. Received that punt, but went right. See the F.J. Kowalski replay ball. That's the last part of that play. Ball on the ground. Patriots.
I believe that was Aiden Brody that fell on it. So right off the bat, in the FNL Doors red zone from the 17 are the Patriots after the turnover, leading 14-6. Direct snap to Peter Zach. Peter Zach got hit, brought down to about the 11 after a gain of 6.
I'll tell you what, Marty, a lot of people getting to the hole before Peter Zach as he's going to exit the game. Don't know what the situation, maybe a helmet thing, but picked up about 5. Several substitutes for the Patriots.
Includes Paulie Ferrantino, the quarterback. Looks like Brody has come in to tailback to replace Peter Zach. Balbo on the snap, loose football. Hazleton area recovers.
Big break for the Cougars. Ball on the ground. We're going to take a look at it here. Ferrantino never really had it.
Looked like Manny Salcido, the senior, recovered for Cougars.
Bounced off the line of scrimmage. Salcido with the recovery.
So the Cougars start in their own territory, but it remains an 8-point game. Ball looks like on their own 14. Corrado hands to Karlik. Karlik stays on his feet. A gain of 12 and a Grand Central first down.
I'll tell you what, that was interesting. Karlik sort of turned sideways to make him thinner to get through that hole. Picks up the first down. Good block on the corner by the Cougars. They're setting that I formation offset again.
Karlik again up the middle. Stays on his feet. It'll depend on the spot. And they're going to look. Shane's again for another grand. No, I apologize. Gain of 9.
It's going to be about 1 yard. Yeah, like knee went down there. But the Hazleton offensive line picking up some of the slack here. And Karlik.
And I'm sure Grand Central would have let me to continue that and then admit my mistake. 2nd and 1. Corrado goes under center. This is Gonzalez in motion. They'll give it to the first man through. Heck, he's got the Grand Central first down.
Picked up the first down. So the Hazleton offense, after a big break with the fumble by Pittston area.
Oh, I apologize. It was Peralta, not Heck. 22, not 20. Once again, I must have seen another ball 4 and my eyes went away from me. 1st and 10, 9. New set of downs for the Cougars. Down 8. Under 8 minutes remaining in the third on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. Corrado rolls left. Now he's under pressure. Now he's sacked. First one through was Chance Razowich. And coming back defensively, we saw him leave defensively. C.J. Peterzak was also there.
And I think if you look at this, as Corrado comes out, should make a throw right now. If not, you got to turn up the field quickly. He sort of shuffled outside. Peterzak right there with help from other defender.
Should also credit Mike Diello, the junior. He was also there for Pittston area. Loss of 4, and we may even be going backward some more.
And I'm back the Cougar 5.
Get used to that hook and lateral time again.
Yeah, that's right. 6:57, quarter moving very quickly, Marty.
And I know you're always a big believer, Joe. It is 2nd and 19. Don't try to get it all back in one shot here. Get it at your manageable.
I think it makes sense, obviously, to run a play you're familiar with. Try to pick up as much as you can. Little bobble, pressure.
Complete to Mariano. May have even lost a yard.
There you see Corrado. I'll tell you what, he did a great job just getting rid of that ball, being pressured.
That was Groom on the pressure.
Jerry Groom. We're looking at third down. Long way to go for that first down.
Moran to the top of your screen, one-on-one. Corrado looking that way. Throwing for Moran and just out of it, incomplete.
Going with the trips left. Moran to the right side. Coverage wasn't bad. Corrado made a 30, 35-yard throw. Moran couldn't come up with it, so the Cougars will play.
LaPresse back deep. Should end up with good field position again. LaPresto comes up, catch at the 40. He's in the Cougar territory. He's down the sideline. LaPresto cuts it back. And he's finally going to be brought down at the Cougar 24-yard line by Joel Vasquez.
Tell you what, LaPresto with a very athletic return. Pressured early, was able to bring it up the field, right side. Patriots again deep in the Cougar territory.
Burns turn of 30 yards for LaPresto. 1st and 10 at the Cougar 24. This is LaPresto on the direct snap. Cougars try to stretch him out. He breaks a couple of tackles. There is a flag down, and this may bring the Patriots back 10 yards.
Well, I think when you go to the corner end, it takes so long to get there. My first thought is somebody was holding. Let's see what the call is by Jim Gordon. It is against the Patriots.
Brings it back to 34. It'll be 20.
Hazleton defensively, again, doing a nice job causing LaPresto to run to the sideline rather than getting up the field.
The fullback wearing 43 once again is Jacob Bolshun for the Patriots. LaPresto passes and knocked away by Heck. He was looking for the big tight end Liss, and Heck came over and knocked it away.
Two things. Number one, Heck did a great job. Number two, that play is designed to hit fairly quick. The tight end got to Heck before the ball was thrown. He needed to throw that ball just when he gets to past the line. They made the fake and went for the tight end to clear.
Ferentino looking for Blackshear. Incomplete, flag down. Gennaro on the coverage. We end up with pass interference as Blackshear celebrates.
I think that's the call, Marty. Accomplished what they wanted, that threw it up, coverage. I have to bring it back and see what we're going to. There you have the call by the referee.
So the 15-yard penalty will put it in the FNL Doors red zone at the 19. 2nd down and 5 for the Patriots.
That's a rule I'd like to see the NFL implement instead of pass interference at the 1. You bring the ball to the 1.
Handoff. Peters to the 15, 3rd and 1. You mean to tell me in the NFL make it really impossible for the defense?
Well, I know they like to see points scored, and they've been doing a lot of, offensive innovation. Mahomes are innovating themselves.
You ever think in your wildest dreams direct snap to a tight end?
You know what? They're the tight ends today, and as we're going to look at this play, nothing there for the Patriots. Tight ends today are not what tight ends were 20 years, 30 years ago. I think Gonzalez was the first one really to come in and change that position. But anyhow,
go ahead.
I think that today they're better. They can run, good speed. So I'd include them in the offense. Now, whether I ever thought they'd take a direct snap, I don't think. So we have a 4th and 4. 3.
Patriots 4. This is LaPresto. Flag is down at the snap. So currently, it doesn't look like they gave LaPresto the first down, but there is a flag down.
Looks like he's just shy, Marty. Again, let's see what the call was. I'm guessing it was some kind of movement.
And I would think the Cougars would decline. It's an illegal form, but let the play stand and get the ball back. And I think Coach Bookman was just confirming that he was short.
Good stop by the defense there.
So penalty decline, Cougar football. But I would say, how about 40-plus years ago when San Diego had a young man named Kellen Winslow Sr., right. He was the abnormality.
You know, he could have played wide receiver with his size and speed.
Yep.
I mean, he could. But he and Gonzalez were some of the early tight ends that were very, very.
Now, if you don't have a tight end like that, then you're killing your offense pretty much in the NFL.
Exactly right. You, if you're going to throw the ball and you have some wide receivers, there's a tight end is a person that a lot of people just forget about many as the ball is snapped.
Carlick up across the 20 to the 21. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
Second and 3 on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard, 350 running.
But you got this sponsorship down. I can take off the last quarter plus.
I'd rather you not do that.
All right. I was thinking about going to the range and maybe my golf game.
Maybe that's what I should do.
No, I've seen your golf game. Compared to mine, it needs no help.
Nothing there, Marty. Off the left side, forcing a 3rd down.
Looks like they even lost the yard back to the 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, Pittston area has come up with big stops tonight. Let's see what they do here. We're looking at, as you mentioned, Marty, a 3rd and 6.
And you take away those 2 big pass plays to Moran that totaled 88 yards. Hazleton area hasn't found much offensive. I think a lot of that credit has to go to the Pittston area defense. Corrado looks right, and it's picked off. I believe that was and it was Blackshear at the 25.
You know what, Marty? Blackshear just stepped in front there. The ball was thrown. I don't know if Corrado here, he just makes that throw. Watch Blackshear right there. The ball was thrown a little behind the receiver. Blackshear comes up with a big interception. 3rd quarter's been spent in Cougar land, and credit the Cougars defensively because the Patriots haven't put any points on the board.
And they're going to have to come up with another stand here at their own 25. Late player coming on for Pittston area. Play clock to 5. They get it off. Peter Zach right up the middle. And he'll get
movement by the offensive line there. Peter Zach was able to. They cleared the line of scrimmage for 2 or 3 yards, and Peter Zach picked up another 2 or 3 on his own.
receivers to the bottom of your screen. One Cougar defender. Adjust. Peter Zach again, straight up the middle, and he's at the 5. Believe that was Heck to make the touchdown-saving tackle.
Watch this. Peter Zach, good block right there by Hart again. Right there. Partially hidden, a couple of grabs, and Peter Zach takes it to the 5-yard line.
So that central first down sets up the Patriots at the 5. There again in the FNL Doors red zone.
I'll tell you what, Bolchin and Hart have done a nice job blocking tonight for the Patriots.
Movement up front may make it first and goal at the 10. You alluded to it earlier tonight. The offensive line wanted to go, and the hard count drawn them.
I tell you, one of the things we used to talk about is inside the 10 going first count. Or short yardage first down going first count.
Peter Zach, direct snap. Taking it to the right side. He'll gain 3 to the 7.
Hard 3 there, Marty. A lot of people. One of the things this is doing is third quarter's coming to an end. So time-wise, as we go under a minute.
Second goal from the 7. Peter Zach again lined up to take the direct snap. Peter Zach looking for room on the right side. Believe that was Gabe Boris that came through and made the tackle. And looking at the play clock, Joe, Coach DeLuca and the Patriots may elect, let's go all the way to the other zone.
Peter Zach was watching the play clock, and when it got down to 5, he finally ran the play. But you're right, they're going to run the third quarter out.
So the Cougars looking for another stand from their defense. Trail 14 into the 4th. This is the Lehigh Valley Health Network Orthopedic Institute Game of the Week. WYLN.
You'll love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, every price.
If you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dylan Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Penn Hazleton. Others starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Both teams heading to the other end of the field.
Marty, let's see if I can get this right. Pittston, second half, 13 plays. In Pittston territory, 2 plays. In Hazleton territory, 11 plays. Time to 7:26. Thank you, Jim Burns. That's a great stat right there.
But no points on the board for the Patriots. Third goal from the Cougars, 7 to start the 4th. Ferentino to the end zone for his big tight end list. It'll go complete out of the end zone.
Ferentino didn't give his tight end a chance because he threw it. So give it up there so it's a jump ball. He and the defensive back. Didn't happen.
4th, should be 4th and goal. They haven't changed the down marker, and now they do. Fourth and goal from the 7. LaPresto to the top of your screen. No. Rolls right. Looks. Now back across the middle of the field. It'll go incomplete. Again, the Cougar defense stands. 2 more plays in Cougar territory. 13 and a half out of 15, but no points on the board.
And that, you know what? That's great defensive effort, number one, as Cougars did a nice job on that play. Ferentino to his right, which is the short side. Looking, finally decided to throw it to the wide receiver coming across, but good pass defense.
And an injured Cougar in the end zone, and you get all those bodies running around. You're actually surprised you don't see more of that, or maybe there was a collision and an injury.
Well, I think people are moving up full speed. Ferentino's looking. Now all of a sudden it becomes, you remember in the street, go to the telephone pole, take a left. I mean, basically what happens.
In this half, Ferentino, he started the first half, if you remember, 5 of 5. Now he's 0 for 4 here in the second half.
Now I know the wide field he's right-handed, the wide field is to the left, but I just think the wide field gives you some options. Whereas into the sideline, first a lot into the sideline. If you have 1 or 2 receivers, you're going to also have defensive backs. As
Logan Gennaro was the injured Cougar, walking off under his own power.
Now the last time the Cougars had to move at 90-some, they almost accomplished what they wanted to do. They need to keep, and as Gennaro comes off.
Looks like the ball will be marked as 6, so for potential tying scoring drive, they're going to have to go 94. They've got a lot of time, though, on the clock. 11:46 remaining here in the fourth. On the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. Give this to Karlik. Karlik looking for running room, and he's pulling his way all the way out near 20, good for a Grand Central first down.
Karlik was able to, he takes it to the corner with a couple of blockers. If you look at this, he gets an okay block here outside. Ackerman does a nice job with Colton List, taking him outside. The
gain of 12.
Movement by running backs. Karlik was able to pick up the first.
Karlik again across the 20 to about the 22. Gain of 4.
We're going to have second and about 6. Marty, no rush. We have 3 timeouts. Hazleton area, 10:45 on the board. So you can't take forever. You don't rush.
Karlik straight up the middle. Karlik across the 25 near the 30. Appears to have another Grand Central down.
And I'll tell you, got a nice block from Peralta there. They Patriots had a little penetration up the field. Peralta was able to turn that defender outside. So we're looking at a first down.
They'll go Carly again. And he got tripped up from behind. I believe making that play wearing 62 was Braden Walsh.
I'll tell you what, Walsh with a great job. Was able to, only a sophomore, trip up the ball carrier. 2nd and 10. Maybe 9, Marty. Might have gained a yard.
Gonzalez and Moran to the bottom of your screen. Corrado, shovel pass. And the Patriots were waiting for that one. Dropped the Cougars for a loss. That went to Peralta.
Never developed, Marty. The defense was up the field a yard or two. So what you want the defense is let them rush up the field. When you shovel that, then the alley never developed. Good penetration there.
So it makes it 3rd and 12 for the Cougars.
Hart was one of the Patriots up the field.
Corrado to pass, under pressure. And he's going to be sacked.
Again, pressure up the field. You're going to see, I believe, 52 right there.
That was Colin Smith.
Smith, as you mentioned, Marty, Smith up the field. Had some penetration, so Cougars will have to punt it away.
Corrado gets it away. Over the head of Lepresto. He goes back to the 34 for it. And Lepresto down the far sideline. Patriots, great starting field position. 7:38 on the clock on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. It's been 14-6 since the opening quarter. It's still that way here in the 4th. And Joe, I know you like to put it on those guys up front. Get us some first downs and let's take some time off the clock.
Exactly right, Marty. Now time becomes a little more precious for the Cougars. Lepresto there outran the first man, and the second wave was a little slower getting down, so Lepresto takes it midfield into Hazleton territory, Cougar 44-yard line.
Tarantino keeps. Cougars hold him to no gain.
I don't know if he missed that handoff to Peter Zach or he followed Peter Zach as a designated. Nothing there.
Even though no gain, Patriots can let this close 7 minutes. They snap again.
They're winning the battle of the clock at this point, Marty. 2nd and 10.
Play clock under 10. Peter Zach up in the backfield for a loss. Hunter Johnson.
Yeah, we've seen Johnson do that several times. Get up the field right now. And here you see it. Hunter Johnson found that gap between the guard and tackle. Does a great job on forcing a 3rd down.
But if they take that play clock down all the way, they can snap this right around the 6-minute mark. 3rd and 12. Each team, all 3 timeouts remaining.
I wouldn't be in a hurry if I were them. You want to take care of football. That's your first if you're the Patriots.
Tino look left. Now he's being pressured. He is sacked. Gabe Boris flagged down in Pittston territory.
Great job by Boris up the field. Right here you see him. He just splits, and Peterzak tried to make the block on Boris. So I think we're looking at.
I would think take the play. It's all back to the Patriot 46.
Exactly.
And what a great shot in that S.J. Kowalski replay. You could just see Boris was nice.
He split the guard and the tackle, or the tackle in the end. Peterzak was a back in man protection. Didn't happen. Boris up the field.
Low snap to LaPresto. He gets it off. It's a short kick that goes out of bounds. We'll see where he is official. He's still going. All the way to the 45 of Hazleton area. You know, any time like that when you see the officials going up the sideline, reminds me of that old Price is Right game when the guy going up the mountain and
that's right.
he just keeps going and going, and you hope he doesn't go over.
I used to holler at him and say, "When are you going to stop?"
First and 10, ball marked at the Cougar 45. They have all 3 timeouts remaining, 5:44 remaining on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. Cougars down 8 on senior night. Handing off to Carlick. And the other, you know, you hear so often at different levels, guys that just fall forward and get you more. You see that a lot with Carlick. There he looked like he was going to be stopped for 2, and he got you 5 all the way to midfield.
You know what? He does very well when he's getting tackled. He's able to turn his body and, as you said, make that forward lunge, and he picks up okay yardage on the first down, 5 yards.
Corrado, pass Peralta, incomplete.
Made that fake inside. Again, you want people to bite on the fake, especially the backers. Peralta ran that out of a little bit of a tight slot. You can run it with the tight slot. You can run it with a tight end. But again, there has to be some bite by the linebackers on that play action. Didn't see that.
Big play here, 3rd and from midfield. Cougars down 8 on Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. It'll be Carlick. Carlick has the more. Still on his feet. Won't be denied all the way to the 36. A gain of 14 on 3rd down and a Grand Central first down.
Here you see it. I mean, this great job inside. People being blocked, but watch one. He's going to take it another 8-9 yards after being tackled.
And how about his hand strength? I've seen it a couple times. Some of his runs, they're trying to go for that football, and they're latching onto his arm. He's able to tuck it and still gain more yardage. This is Heck. And Heck will get to the 34, gain of 2. Quick returns.
We're at 4:20, Marty, but we have 3 timeouts. The Cougars do.
But down 8, they need to get the touchdown and 2 to tie.
And one of the things you think about is, as you get closer, is a favorite 2-point play. There should be 2 or 3 plays that you would like to run down there. As we have a 2nd and 8. There's a throw by Corrado.
Overshot Gonzalez. LaPresto there in the coverage.
I'll tell you what, Corrado has great technique. I don't know who's been working. He throws a nice ball, steps into it. Wilson is a senior, so Corrado's looking at taking the reins, I would think, next year. 3rd down, 4 down territory, obviously.
And they'll try to get on the ground. Karlik down the sideline. He's going to get the first animal. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you what. Karlik did a great job there. He sort of stutter stepped. All of a sudden, he's at the corner. Good speed. Take a look at that again if we can. He had people out there blocking for him, but great job. Now, here you see it. Right there. Right there. Good job. Now he just outruns it. Defensive back came up inside and nobody touched him.
34 yards on the touchdown. Cougars the go. See if either team indicates timeout, but the way they're on both sidelines, I would believe somebody did, but I didn't see an official mark from the referee, Jim Gordon. So I apologize.
At this point, I'm guess Hazleton called it. I'm not sure, Marty. But you want time, whoever called it, defensively, you want time to, this is what they might do. Talk about it. Obviously, offensively, Hazleton, Cougarville. Again, I'm thinking this is what we worked on in practice. We feel good about it.
I mean, RB to call plays, but after what he's done in this second half, you almost have to figure number 4 has to get the ball.
Well, I would think he'd be involved somewhere. See if that happens.
He is to Corrado's right. We're talking about Ashton Karlik. Corrado will roll right. Dumps it off to Karlik. He's in for 2. This game is tied at 14 with 3:43 remaining.
I'll tell you what, Corrado did a great job there biding his time. Karlik, who ran like a loop pattern, it's almost an option down there, Marty.
Game tied at 14.
Credit with really a nice play and it in. Karlik, 34-yard run.
Joey's got 17 carries, 125 yards. The touchdown to get him within 2, the 2-point conversion to tie it.
Karlik from Corrado for the PAT, 6 plays, 50 yards, 201. Karlik, 3 rushes, 53 yards.
Jim Burns tells us 11 carries for Karlik in the second half, 101 yards in that touchdown. All tied at 14 on senior night.
He had a very quiet first half, but second half has exploded. 3:43 left, fourth quarter, and we're tied up.
Back deep, LaPresto and Blackshear, but I don't think they're going to see it unless Pittston lets the ball go through. I believe that's Barnick at the 24. He's straight up the middle and brought down near the 45.
Barnick was able to field the ball before it got to LaPresto or Blackshear. He's at the 45-yard line, their own, Pittston's 45. With somebody must have taken the timeout before the 2-point conversion.
If we go by the scoreboard, Joe, the Cougars now have 2 timeouts.
Okay, and we're still listing it as 3. So let's see what the Patriots come up with.
LaPresto dropped in the backfield. Guess who? Hunter Johnson. And a flag on the sideline thrown late.
Let's see what happens here.
I'm going to be curious to see this call. Oh, they called it on LaPresto. The Hazleton fans are booing. They called that on area. I didn't see what LaPresto did. He must have said something. What? He spiked the ball.
All right.
I understand sportsmanship, and you can't show up opponents. But spiking the football at that point is frustration. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that. And I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. That now puts the Patriots back at their own 23. Ferentino's pass goes incomplete. So it's going to bring up third down, 32.
Hunter Johnson with a big play defensively, then the penalty. Now the Patriots really try to advance and obviously going to have to punt it away. 3-12, Cougars with 2 timeouts.
Some confusion for the Patriots. They're going to send Liss leaves. I wonder if we're going to get an illegal substitution. We're going to get a timeout, Pittston area. Game tied at 14. We'll keep it here. Both teams will be left with 2 timeouts. And Joe, this will be the last I say it, but to me, the spiking of the ball is frustration. I hate to see this penalty if it affects this game.
I always thought, Marty, and obviously being on the sideline at one point, that don't call a play where, if you're official, don't call a play or a penalty in a situation where the penalty makes you the major emphasis. In other words, that spiking. I understand trying to show good sportsmanship, but that is going to be the major part of this game.
So it's 3rd and 32. They're just going to hand it off to Peter Zach. Peter Zach will get nice yardage, but nowhere near the first down. Now, the only thing it does, keeps that clock running unless Hazleton area decides to take a timeout.
And I don't think they will. I'm guessing at that because they're going to get the ball here in fairly decent field position.
Gennaro and Moran back deep. LaPresto to punt it away. And they'll let that play clock run down as far as they can. And heck, at this point, they may let it go all the way down and call timeout. Oh, they do snap it. Low snap. High, short kick. That will bounce out of bounds. Hazleton will get great field position here. Ball will be marked at the Patriot 45.
Patriot 45, 2:18, 2 timeouts. The snap was very low.
And Joe, however this is out in the final 2:18, if Hazleton gets a score here, goes ahead, everybody will be talking about the comeback, but the comeback would not have been possible if not for this defense, especially in this second half.
And we were talking about number of plays run by Pittston area in Hazleton's territory, which has been a good deal. Defense definitely playing a part.
They'll start with Karlik. Karlik gets 5. He has more. He will not go down. They'll blow his forward progress down at the 38, a gain of 7.
Now, one of the things you have to do if you're Hazleton area is get to the huddle and get out of there if you're going to have the call. There you see Karlik again. And he picks up 6 or 7 yards.
Clock continues to run. 2 Cougar timeouts remaining, 2nd and 3. Karlik cuts it back to the middle, gets stood up, spins. He's about a yard shy of the first down. Coach Bookman will take the second timeout with 1:30 remaining.
Minute 30 on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. One timeout left.
They actually mark it at the 37, so it'll be a 3rd and 2.
Ball just off the left half. You have the sideline. You have to think about that. Stop the clock. Whether it be a completion or getting the ball up the field on a running play, you have to think about the clock now. 1:30.
One timeout remaining for the Cougars on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. Tied at 14, 1.5 minutes remaining. Both teams come back to the line of scrimmage. See what the Cougars will run here on 3rd and 2. Karlik broke one tackle. Brought down near the 30. He's got a Grand Central first down. Clock stops to move the chains.
Clock stops. Set the first down. Have a play to go. Don't be waiting around.
They're at the line. Moran at the bottom of your screen, one-on-one. Clock now running. 1st and 10. Corrado looks left. Dumps it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez picks up about 4 to the 26. Final timeout taken by the Cougars.
They have an opportunity, Marty, with a minute. Have the ball at the 26. Patriot D.
So it'll be a 2nd and 6 from the 26. Minute 3 remaining. Cougars out of timeouts. It was 14-6 in the first quarter. Stayed that way till here in the 4th, and a Karlik touchdown. 2-point conversion, tied it at 14.
No timeouts left.
First downs in this half. Cougars 7, Pittston area just 1. Cougars come out of their final timeout, 2nd and 6. Corrado looking for the screen. Gets it to Moran. Moran right up the middle. He looks to be shy of the first. They're going to have to hustle to the line. 3rd and less than a yard. Clock continues to run.
3rd down.
They give it to Karlik. He gets out of bounds. What a headsy play. Out of bounds at the 16 to stop the clock. 36.2. It's a Grand Central first down.
They have a chance for some shots in the end zone. Karlik did a nice job picking up first down there and stopping the clock using the red line, which we had talked about.
Cougars in the Eldor's red zone. 1st and 10 at the 16, 36.2 seconds remaining. Gennaro in motion to the bottom of your screen. Corrado looks that way. Throws. It's Moran. Moran brought down at about the 6. That should be good for another Grand Central first down. Clock stops. 28 seconds remaining. 1st and goal. And Corrado will down it. No time off the clock. Narrow hobbles off. Looks like he may be cramping up.
Corrado did a nice job. You have 4 downs. You can afford to spike the ball there. You have 3 more downs. You don't have, as Gennaro, you're right, Marty had a cramp.
They officially mark it at the 5-second goal.
If you're going to go with Karlik on the ground, you better have something ready if he doesn't get it in the end zone.
They're going to give it to him. Karlik to the dead zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
Impressive, Marty. Karlik and the Cougars offensive line.
Joe, they're going to talk about the great running of Ashton Karlik in the second half. But let's give the roses to that defense.
They did a great job, Marty.
In this second half, so many plays in their own territory, including another goal line stand. Else, remember, is out, so Freddie Corrado to hold for the point after. Movement up front. Now, well, let's see who they call it on.
Looked to me like it was a step across by the defense, unless
we've talked about it so half the distance, but they didn't even have the did Hazleton area, so they got a break. They'll just kick the point. And that kick was blocked. No good. 21.1 seconds left. Cougars lead it 20-14.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and spray fields are professionally designed. All stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-770-8969.
We welcome you back, Cougars in front.
Marty, we looked at the replay right before we went out, and I'll tell you what, that offensive line, Karlik takes it into the end zone untouched. As the Cougars kick off to roll it on the ground, goes out of bounds. So you could kick again or move it to the 35 to start the offensive series. 17.1 seconds. I don't know if that ball was touched. If it wasn't, .1 seconds listed on the scoreboard, but I don't know if it was touched. As I said,
so the ball will be marked at the 31.
Pittston touched the ball, Marty. Ball was rolling. Didn't know if anyone did it, but obviously Patriots did.
So they disregard the flag.
Now what you have to be careful is don't let them go 70.
If you're Hazleton area, you got to find out. I don't think Hazleton area has timeouts left. I don't. Well, then, before that 2-point conversion, they didn't call the timeout. It had to be Pittston.
The Patriots.
So if that's the case, that was the final timeout for the Cougars. Pittston should have one remaining then. As I said, I didn't see who they signaled. I was going off the scoreboard that before that 2-point conversion, Pittston area must have taken the timeout.
Marty, at this point, the ball on the 30, so you need to have somebody. They used to call it in the old days when they wore leather helmets, a pigtail safety. In other words, get back. And I'm talking about back.
And at the very least, find number 1, because that's option 1 for Pittston area. Ferentino gonna heave it downfield. Excuse me, did he stay in bounds?
He's saying no, it's incomplete. He's out of bounds. So I have 12 seconds, but that's what I'm talking about.
And I believe the player that went up for it, I wasn't quite sure who went up for it. When he went down on the sideline, he may have injured himself.
I think what happened, he landed flat in his back, so Coach Buckman was going over to check on the training personnel out, so we're going to have a...
Jim Burns says he believes it's Logan Gennaro. We had seen him cramping up to begin with earlier on in the offensive possession. Now made an effort for the interception. Now you almost wonder if either he had the wind knocked out of him or if he's cramping up again. And I don't see him on that Cougar sideline there in that shot.
Yeah, I think one of the things there, and the Cougars were doing it, they sit back defensive with your defensive backs. So there's no reason to bite as he is going to be helped to his feet.
And I think it's cramping again. We saw him on that offensive possession.
It looks, you're right, Marty. He's moving pretty well. So he has to come out of the game. Whoever his replacement is should be removed.
So 12 seconds remain. 2nd and 10. Really, at this point, doesn't matter. It's the time on the clock.
Exactly right, Marty. Said you don't want him to go 70. 12 left in the game.
Three receivers set to the bottom of your screen. Ferentino looks that way, throws for Lepresto, broke one ankle, went down on a knee. He got the first up to move the chains. Clock continues to run, but Lepresto went down at the first down, signaling timeout.
As soon as he went down,
they're going to put time on this clock.
I would think at the 4-second mark or someone thereabouts, but I'll tell you the truth, good job by Presto. He caught it in the middle of the field. Didn't look like there was a lot of places to go. He called the timeout, and let's adjustment they're going to make on the clock as the referee, I believe, is now...
I apologize. I didn't hear what Jim Gordon said as far as what he wants on the clock. 6.2 is what they're at. Because Lepresto gave himself up, and then with the first down, stopped it, and he immediately called timeout.
Back out with
The scoreboard says no timeouts. I have to admit, I totally confused myself. I think they have one timeout remaining.
We're not going anywhere until the clock is going to be set at 6.2. Marty, I believe, said he heard the referee. As we 7, and now they're going to run it down, and there it is, 6.2.
I think our scoreboard is correct. I think Pittston area has one timeout remaining, but I've lost track on the Penn State Hazleton scoreboard. Again, Presto broke one tackle. He's looking to start the flea flickers. This is Burnick to one of his linemen. Jaworski got it back. Cougars jump on a Mariano, and the senior night comeback.
I'll tell you what, Marty, Hazleton's Harlequins running in the second half was the story tonight as the Cougars come away with a 20-14 win.
And as we see, and rightfully so, he ran hard in the second half. They talk about this game, they'll talk about the running of Ashton Carlick, but let's not forget about that Cougar defense. We talked about it in the third quarter, 13 of 15 plays in Cougar territory. I believe it got up to about 20. No points allowed. That Cougar defense came up big in this second half to allow the offense to get the comeback from behind victory.
I'll tell you what, Marty, that's difficult. Team runs 20 plays in your territory, comes away with no points. Defensively, that's a hell of a great effort. You have to credit Pittston. They hung in the job. I thought that Ferrantino made some nice plays. Presto and Pizak,
yep,
great job.
And here's the thing, and I think you have to credit them defensively for about 2 + 3 quarters. They held this Hazleton offense in check. And then in his mind, Ashton Carlick said, we're not going to lose this game. And he took over running the football in this second half. It was defense, the running game. Mike Sosar with his photographic partner. They have glossy available. Hazleton area head coach, Dennis Bookman.
All right, Coach, you're pacing. I don't want to lose you here. Congratulations. Victorious, closing the home tilt out. Senior night. I know there's still 2 more games left, but no better way to end it at home. We talked about little dinking and dunking and changing some things at half. Running attack and the screen attack helped to those 2 scores.
Sure. I'm proud of our kids. The way they battled through a lot of adversity tonight with a lot of things here. A lot was stacked. Just proud of my guys here, our tremendous staff, and the people in the community who support us.
Coach, I talked about the defense in the first half. With a little over 4 minutes left, 4th and 4, big stop, even though a penalty declined right at the beginning of the 4th quarter, 4th and 7. Same thing, big stop. Turnover on downs on your offense, but then a big sack, and that seemed to totally turn it all around for you guys.
Senior makes a big play senior night, the sack by Gabe Boris there. Great coverage downfield. We were able to clean some things up. Coverage that sure some aspects of their vertical game and shut that down from the second quarter on. And like I said, not to be repetitive, but the heart and soul here, the culture program, the never give in, never. I just couldn't be more proud of everybody that's affiliated with our program.
We head up the road there to Dallas next week. Your thoughts?
Coach Manello, his staff, his team, you know what you're getting from Dallas. Extremely physical team, great group of skill guys that play a number number of games last year being in a state final. We know we're getting back mountain. Like I said, our kids, they deserve tonight to enjoy this, and then we'll immediately get our eyes to Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah, big tribute to seniors again, Coach. Congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you down the road here.
Thank you so much. Go Cougars.
Go Cougars. Guys, we're off next week. We head south the week after. You know what next week brings, Marty? Not only a signing party of my 8x10 Glossies, but we're all going to Coach's house. It's bring your own covered dish. Back upstairs.
Hold the Glossy for me.
I think it's personal. Covered dish. Very interesting.
Interesting.
That'll need some thoughts on that one. In all seriousness, a gutsy effort, and we had mentioned during the S.J. Kowalski replay, you by sack, big plays amidst a lot of big from that Cougar defense in the second half.
Yeah, I think, and the touchdown when Karlik, we talk about the defense and Karlik running, but credit that offensive line because the touchdown from the, I believe, 5-yard line or wherever he really didn't. He got brushed, but he really didn't get anybody in his way. So came off the ball. So really, it was a team effort, Marty. And I'll tell you something else. You talk about they're 5-3 now. Cougars are, but great win the season, the last 2 games. There you see Boris with the sack. Did a nice job there.
Some Ashton Karlik finished 22 carries, 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including the one that led to the tying score and then the winner. He finished 16 carries, 133 yards, and those 2 touchdowns in the second half. Corrado stepping in the starting role